There's soft science, there's hard science. Which one? So it's a bit vague.
Science has no consciousness. Science has no way. Science has no power. Science is a method we can apply to understand the thing, not science give us the purpose of things. That means science will never create something.
Science is just an explanation of all the contingent things. So it just explains the mechanisms of how or what, you know, this tree, or just the mechanism, just the byproduct. But it doesn't explain you why. And that's where philosophy comes in, like philosophy of science. That's why you have something called the hard problem of consciousness, because, you know, science cannot explain why we have consciousness. So what we have to do as human beings is we appeal to emotions and rational, right? We're emotional and rational beings. So, you know, we should utilize every avenue of knowledge that's available. So for example, not only scientific knowledge, that's one of the valid avenue, but another avenue of knowledge is rationality or testimonial evidence. You know, if I was to ask you this question, you know, how do you know that your parents are your biological parents? I mean, you didn't do any scientific experiments.
Actually, I did.
Actually, you did?
Yeah, we took 23andMe.
Sorry?
We took 23andMe.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so is that a necessary thing, or can we also use testimony?
Well, it's probably necessary. I mean,
so why we just
look, if everyone just assumes we're all telling the truth, anyone can start lying, and we all have to assume they're telling the truth.
Good. So why would you only restrict science as your only avenue to knowledge? Why not other means of gaining knowledge? Like if I was to ask you, square triangle, yeah? What kind of scientific experiments did you conduct to know that it doesn't exist? You didn't. You use your rationality. So now the brother here is asking you, you know, where did the universe come from? You know, there can only be three options. Either the universe came from nothing, the universe created itself, or the universe must require created that always existed. And we can rule out, this is called deductive reasoning. Basically means, you know, if we can falsify each premise, then whatever the premise is left has to be true. So the universe cannot come from nothing, because nothing literally means non-existence. How can non-existence bring existence? Doesn't make sense.
That's the question.
Yeah, so we ruled this out. The second, universe created itself. Again, this is it's a self-contradiction, because the universe cannot exist and not exist at the same time. It's equivalent to saying that your mother gave birth to herself. So what's the only option that's left on the table? There has to be the creator that always existed. And this creator that always existed must have given us, you know, some sort of purpose, must have sent us instruction manual. Like for example, like even as simple as this phone, right? You know from your natural inclination, you know that this phone doesn't pop from nothing. Yeah, this phone was created by a manufacturer, correct?
Sorry? Steve Jobs.
Steve Jobs, okay. But Steve Jobs, does he possess knowledge?
No.
He possessed knowledge when he was alive. So how can you explain to me? No, I'm just giving you an example, right? You know that this phone didn't pop from nothing, right?
Well, yeah, people worked on it.
People worked on it, brilliant. So can you explain to me, how can this phone exist without the need of the manufacturer?
Yeah, you pay someone else to manufacture it.
Yeah, but that's someone else, exactly.
Yeah.
But there still has to be a manufacturer behind this phone, right?
Oh yeah, someone else manufactured it.
Exactly, fantastic. So the question is, as simple as this phone, what about human beings? That's far more complex than this
someone
phone.
else manufactured. So someone that's like 99% like a human made it, and then someone 99%
But you still,
like that.
okay,
made
but
that.
you still have to explain to me, where did the origin of life came from? Where did the origin of matter come from?
Water.
Okay, where did water come from?
I don't know, oxygen.
See, that's the issue. That's the issue. Science is the explanation of all the contingent things. So anything that's contingent, meaning that anything that's dependent, has to require an explanation. And that's the reason why science can only take to a certain limit. But it cannot go beyond that. That's the reason why we have to ask this question, how did the universe come to existence? Where did the universe come from? Science cannot explain that, because science is the study of the natural world through observation, repeatability, and experimentation. Okay, and even in science is embedded in rationality. Why? There is this Big Bang theory, correct? Everyone knows about the Big Bang theory. But Edwin Hubble, who's the astronomer, he saw the redshift, correct? That the galaxies are moving away from each other. So what Edwin Hubble did, he did something called the reversal effect, meaning that if the galaxies are moving away from each other, then they must have come back to singularity, correct? If you contract. did you see the singularity? Did we see the singularity? We didn't. So you have to take some.
So we're gonna go.
We're gonna go. Okay.
Nice to talk.
But pleasure talking to you. Take care. Take care of yourself. Take care.